Okay, so I have a choice to make. So I have the materials ready for two separate builds. So first of all, we're going to be building some more buildings around here in this episode, and I've got all that here. But secondly, up here, oh, there's a child. I die. No, bad. Secondly, up here, I have finished digging out this hole. It's a very big hole. Very, very big hole. This took me a while. But yeah, so we've got two things, and I can't remember where I put them, but I've got resources for the creeper farm as well. I've got that all ready to go, and we have the choice. We have the decision to make between them. I think. Wait, no, that's that. Hang on, where did I put the? Oh, that's right. The resources for the creeper farm are here. Yeah, there's a lot of resources, a lot of trapdoors, a lot of deep slate, and actually. I don't even need these chests. But yeah, we have that choice, and I don't know what choice to make. It's at the point, so... Okay, for context, I just finished playing Life is Strange for the first time, and I am a teensy... And I am a teensy bit obsessed with that game now, and I literally finished the game probably about 20 minutes ago before I started recording this clip, and I don't think I'm gonna ever emotionally recover from that ending. I'm not gonna spoil anything, because, like, I went into it completely blind, and I'm so glad that I did. But yeah, now it's at the point where I see everything as this big choice, and that's just breaking the decision. I think we are going to do the creeper farm first, though, just because, like, I think it's just going to be helpful. But yeah, speaking of Life is Strange as well, I already have an idea for a new area. Like, we've got this kind of steampunky, what was it? What the Electric State kind of inspired area starting to come up, and I'm going to do a few more buildings of that style around here. But I kind of want to build Arcadia Bay, like not even like just an area inspired by it, it's straight up just Arcadia Bay. I think that's what I want to do next after we finish this area here. But yeah, that's the plan at the moment. But yeah, I'm gonna get to building this creeper farm because this is gonna take a while. So I'm gonna do that. Probably watch something on YouTube while I'm doing that, and I'll be back once it's built. So I will, first of all, okay, rockets in my inventory. Whoa, crazy. Alright, because here, yes, this farm is abysmal. It has a lot of problems, but it works. It's gathering creepers. Watch it. It sweeps them up, except for if they're on the edge, because I had the problem where if they're on the edge, they just get pushed off the side. So I had to shorten it a bit. But yeah, we've got that happening, and it's pretty good. As I was AFK most of today and got nearly a full shulker box worth of gunpowder, so that's enough. I don't need any more than that. But yeah, so I used this gunpowder, well, first of all, on some rockets. But what I also used it on is if we come here in my ender chest, I went and got some netherite stuff and other stuff. Hang on, what did I do with them? There you go. I got some amethyst shards as well, so we can like actually use the whole smithing templates we got, because I don't use them. But I don't think we're gonna have enough for absolutely everything. But it's at least enough for our armor. And most of our tools, I think. So I'll do that. There you go. I just need 2 more ingots. I think it's there. There we go. And I need to put the armor trims on as well. I'm gonna go helmet and yeah, can do this. I don't even know what these armor trims look like. I'm just putting them on because they're the only ones I have. Yeah, no, they're good. I like those ones. Yep. I'm satisfied. I am satisfied with my armor trims. But now that we've got all that built, and I still need to weigh. I need to do a big building here. I don't think we're going to do that in today's episode. I've got 2 big builds I want to do next episode, and kind of a way, because I want to build something here, and I want to build this here, and I don't know, should I do like a big archway connecting them? I don't know what I want to do. But for now, we're going to be building some buildings here, and I'm not getting into the design of them right now. You can see the blocks I'm using. But yeah, I'm going to build them in the same vein as that kind of relaxing montage things last episode, because I liked that in the end. So let's do that. So we now have some more infrastructure around here built, and I'll get to the actual buildings in a second, but as you can also see, I've also laid a few more paths around here. I'm going to connect it up to this kind of main central path down the thing here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it like an actual road, and then this kind of comes off, because like, you know, like Electric State, you know, main inspiration of this area, as I keep saying, like cars and stuff do exist, so it's not going to be like completely in the past, like there's going to be modern stuff. But what I've done too is I've put a whole bunch of grass in too, like come along the edge here, I've planted a whole bunch of grass and also some tall grass in places. So yeah, that's fun, and I've extended the pathway over to the land boat as well. But starting over here, so we've got this building first, which is, I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm actually going to get into that in a second. But looking at the design, so we've got, you know, pretty simple block palette, all things considered. We've got like the bricks and granite that I usually like to use, and then the dripstone to cause dirt gradient that I also always use when using these types of blocks. But we've also got a whole bunch of birch trapdoors and sandstone stairs in as well, just to add a teensy bit more depth, just because it is looking a bit flat. I might even do some more tweaking for it. I mean, we're going to have a building kind of sticking out, like this road is probably only going to be up to about here. Like I'm going to have another building here just sticking out a bit. Like if we look around the side, like I haven't done that side because yeah, you're not going to be able to see it. But yeah, so we've got this, and we've got the big kind of smokestack up the top, and also a tiny smaller one. But moving away from that one, we've got this building here, which I think is the more interesting of the two. I like the block palette a lot more. We've got kind of mushrooms and sandstone in here. It's a lot more diverse. We've got some birchwood, and this window here, I really like what I've done. Like you can see out of it, but only from certain angles, and like it almost looks like shutters on the inside. And yeah, like I've really gone all out with like the multi-layered windows on this one. And we've also got this water wheel around the other side here, which I just realized I haven't actually built the bottom. I swear to God, whenever I try to build a water wheel, I always make some kind of massive mistake. It's cursed. Like, you look at Bioco and the thing's not even in the water. How do I always manage to do this? But anyway, so we've got the block palette. And also up on top here, we've got this big radar dish, which I like. I think that's another little detail that kind of draws it away, because it is feeling very steampunky, so I want to draw some attention away from that. And yeah, and on this side too, we've got some more windows. I'm really liking like the stairs and window thing. It just adds a lot of depth, I feel. Inside, there's nothing. I haven't done interiors to either of these, because that is actually what we're going to get onto discussing right now. So from episode 1, I've said, well, obviously so. Progression as a series is we're going to be adding more mods as time goes on, and we're up to episode 3 and no new mods have been added since the series first started. And I discussed this very briefly in episode 1. The way we're going to be doing this is I'm going to set myself a task for each new mod that I introduce, and once I've completed that task, we're going to add the new one, and that task's going to relate to it somehow. And I think it's about time we start getting ready for the first task. I've had this in my head for a while, I just haven't been bothered to really discuss it yet. So we've got this. I'm going to come down here because I'm going to create like a little signpost down here with the villages, when you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So I've got some jungle wood here, and I'm just going to create a few signs. That is way too many signs, but starting here, so I'm going to write out what our first task is going to be. So this is going to be a little makeshift task board. I'm probably going to make a more proper one once we get the train going. Obviously that's going to be a project. So our first task is we are going to be using Create Mod to create 5 unique item farms. And I have already gotten started on this technically, because we already have the Creeper and Sugarcane farm, which means we have 5. No, we don't have 5. We have 3 out of the 5 done. And so I'm going to just list quickly which farms I think we're going to want to make. So after thinking about it for a while, I think probably the farms I want to get done most and the farms that I use the most are iron, moss, and cactus. That's the wrong order on the sign, but that doesn't matter. So moss is probably going to be the one, I don't know. Moss and cactus I want to do because I use moss a lot in terraforming, and I also use green terracotta a lot in terraforming. So I need both of those. Like, that is a must-have. I build them basically on every server at this point, every world. And then iron as well, because, you know, we're doing create mod stuff. I'm going to want iron. So yeah, those are the kind of ones I want to do, and I want to kind of just discuss how we're going to do it among the village. So we're not going to be finishing that next episode because I have a very specific project for next episode. In this area here, we are going to be like directly opposite there, and we're going to have a build that links up to it in the future, not next episode though. Like this area here, I'm going to make like a big energy factory. Like it's going to be the first big build. But this kind of big energy factory, that's what we're going to be using to, you know, power all the farms that we're going to be building in this area. And, you know, the way where we're going to be building them is I want to have this like one big main street and then a few offshooting streets, just like basically completely renovate these village, flatten it out a bit. Probably going to work on that a little bit between episodes, just taking down all these buildings here. The thing here, and this area, I'm thinking, looking at the map, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it probably like this big. Like you can kind of imagine that. So yeah, that's probably how I'm going to be doing it. And then I'm thinking we're going to have, just follow my mouse cursor here. We're going to bring the railway line up here, and along here, that's where we're going to be building our Arcadia Bay area, which I discussed earlier this episode. So yeah, big plans. Things are starting to really get rolling. And yeah, so once we've got those farms built, which I'm going to get done because I want to use the blocks in the next mod, which there's a lot of blocks added in the next mod that I need for the building that's going to go there. Yeah, and I'm not going to say what that mod is. You're just going to have to wait and find out. But yeah, that after much discussion, that's probably going to be it for the episode, I should say. Because I've done a lot here. This episode has taken me a long time to make. I just keep procrastinating. But yeah, so we've got this building and this building built today, which I think was, and I broke the grass. I specifically placed down. That's great. That's just great. Wow, I'm good at Minecrafting. But yeah, so we've got the buildings in, and like they're small additions. We're not doing anything massive at this stage in the series, but next episode, that's when we're going to be doing the first big build. So yeah, thank you for watching today's episode, everyone. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And I will see you in the next one, if you choose to watch it.